That was in spite of our promise. It was in spite of our commitment. It was in spite of those military forces being nearby. We did nothing to protect them, and I'm ashamed to say that. Fact, the U.S. government continues to provide the Iraqi government with billions of dollars in U.S. aid. And to say that we do not have the means to influence the Iraqi government just because we don't own the territory is an outright fabrication of the truth. The truth is there are many tools in America's kit bag, tools that we can use. They're diplomatic, political, economic, military, informational, whole host. And the economic tool is a big one. The U.S. still has that powerful economic tool, and President Obama should have the political courage to use it. Today, another fact, the Iranian government is the most dangerous terrorist exporting nation in the world today. We saw that Secretary of Defense Panetta recently told the Iranians to quit meddling, to quit interfering in U.S. operations worldwide. Most recently, as I said earlier, they were responsible for the attack on the Saudi ambassador right under the State Department's nose in Washington, D.C. A fact, 2 different bipartisan U.S. congressional resolutions have been sent to Secretary Clinton asking her to remove the MEK from the list. Another fact, Mrs. Rajavi, your charismatic and fearless MEK president-elect, has a 10-point program which, when implemented, will provide the citizens of Iraq with the same basic freedoms enjoyed by all democratic societies worldwide. And they will free the Iranians from the tyranny of the current Iranian regime, the theocratic and autocratic regime that the Iranian people are forced to live under today. Fact, the MEK, unlike many other organizations, needs only an acknowledgement from the U.S. government that they are a legitimate organization, an acknowledgement that has already been made years ago by the EU and by the United Kingdom. These are clearly undeniable facts that surround the MEK organization, and to me make it so obvious that they should not have been placed on the list to start with and should be taken off the list this very moment. I'll leave you with actions that I think are required. First and foremost, the U.S. must remove the MEK from the foreign terrorist organization list. This is critical, since, as we all remember, the Iraqis used the terrorist label as an excuse to justify their April attack. The U.S. must tell Maliki and the Iranian government to stop interfering. And we must use that powerful economic tool again to demand that the UN place a full-time monitoring force at Ashraf to protect the citizens until a proper resolution of their disposition can be made. Third, the U.S. and the EU must push the UN Secretary General to notify Maliki that he cannot close the camp until the UNHCR has completed its work on behalf of the Ashraf residents. Fourth, President Obama must show the political courage to use the United States' economic tool to demand that the Maliki government honor the United States' commitment to protect the citizens at Ashraf, even in the face of Iranian pressure to the contrary. And unless Maliki agrees to honor his commitments, then his scheduled 12 December visit to the White House should be canceled. And everyone must remember that we have a very, very narrow window within which to accomplish these actions, or there will be blood on our hands. We must make sure, for the sake of mankind, that it does not happen. Thank you very much.